When John Power from Oldham was paralysed from the waist down after being injured on the rugby league pitch, he understandably turned away from the sport that he loved. But now the lure of the touchline has brought him back, and John, who's a dad of three, is coaching an under-7s side at his former club. Kevin Fitzpatrick reports.
Coaching his son for Waterhead Warriors has reignited a passion for rugby league that John Power thought was gone forever. As an 18-year-old, he had high hopes for a professional career until an innocuous tackle for Oldham reserves changed everything.
I played 45 minutes, ran the ball in from the tap, did a side step, and my foot just went in the on the pitch. And as that went sideways, I got tackled this side and a tackle this side of my neck. I couldn't move anything from the neck down, and then after a couple of months I started getting my arms back.
Despite extensive treatment, John's never regained the feeling in his legs.
You just got to kind of accept what's been given to you and crack on with it, really. I think if you sit there and dwell on it, life passes you by, and luckily enough I've got my wife and 3 children now. So there's no room to sit and dwell on anything. I'm busy all the time.
He's especially busy on training nights as he tries to corral and coach some energetic 7-year-olds.
Tells us about what we should do in rugby matches. That's why we do it in training.
I think when he tells us he's serious and he thinks that he wants us to be a good rugby player like him before we went in a wheelchair.
Injuries like John's are incredibly rare, but he took a bit of persuading at first.
I fell out of love with the game a bit, just because of more frustration of watching it, wanting to play. And knowing what happened to me, I was a bit apprehensive getting Jordan back into it. But you just get that bug again. It's that way of life, rugby again, isn't it? And being a family.
It was a bit of a novelty sort of thing when they first, met him and they first got to know him. They all wanted to sort of push in his wheelchair and pressing the buttons on his electronic attachment and that. But, it's just accepted now, and it's just great that he's involved still in rugby because he's got a lot to offer with his knowledge and everything from his playing days.
It's 25 years since John played his last game of rugby, but coaching is now bringing him a huge amount of pleasure.
Watching him, like all the training you've done with him in the match day, and it all coming into fruition. I think the kids' enjoyment and the happiness of doing it as well at this age is amazing.
Kevin Fitzpatrick, BBC North West Tonight, Oldham.
John's still right in the thick of it. We wish him and the under-7s, of course, all the very best.